everyone, my name is Rfqqa Rozenberg. People call me Rifki. Today I will teach you 5th graders a lesson about Nick's new job. Let's begin. What will we do today? We will learn a few important words. We will enjoy reading a beautiful story. We will complete a few exercises. And we will do an arts and crafts activity. By the end of this lesson, you can read, write, and say new words and expressions in English. You can enjoy reading a story. And we can reflect, think on the moral of the story. Are you ready to begin? Let's begin. What do you need to prepare for the class? Colors, a pencil and an eraser, and of course, your notebook. What is this? Do you see? What is this? This is toothpaste, of course. I'm sure you all have toothpaste at home. This is my toothpaste. And this is my toothbrush. My toothpaste and my toothbrush. What do I do with my toothpaste and toothbrush? I brush my teeth in the morning and of course before I go to bed. This is a toothbrush. Important vocabulary for today. The first word is job. You have here in front of you many jobs. You have a policeman, a chef, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher like me, a firefighter. What else do you have there? A soldier, an astronaut. These are jobs. What job would you like to have one day? I'm a teacher. I'm also a translator. I translate between languages, English, French, and Hebrew. That's my job. What job would you like? The next words are in charge of. For example, the doctor is in charge of taking care of the sick people. The teacher is in charge of teaching the students. The astronaut is in charge of his or her spaceship to study about the stars or the planets. This is in charge of. Do you remember this picture? What job can we have with a toothpaste? I don't know. What can you do? What kind of job can you do with a toothpaste? Do you want to know? Stick around. The next few words are hole. In the picture you have a squirrel and it's hole. He lives in there. It's a hole, a cho in Hebrew. We have a wide bow and a narrow bow. Wide and narrow. You see the bows here? This toothpaste is wider than my toothbrush. See? This is narrow and this is wide. Ran out. The person in the picture here, he ran out of the house. Or you can also, when you are at the end of the toothpaste, when you do, sometimes you do like this, you run out of toothpaste, you have to buy a new one. To run out of something is to finish it. When I run out of milk, I run out of the house to get milk. Filling. Filling is to pour. You see the jug of water? I am pouring water into my cup with the pitcher, filling the cup. Pillow. At night, I like to sleep on 2 pillows. This pillow in the picture here has pink. The color of the pillow is pink and it has stars on it. And my pillow is full of feathers. What kind of pillow do you have at home? What color is it? I love my pillow. For the next few minutes, I would like you to match the pictures with the correct words from the word bank. Let's look at the word bank again. A, hole. Hole in the ground, or hole. Sometimes there are holes in the wall, so I fill it up. B, filling. When something is empty, you fill it up. C, feathers. And D, pillow. Match the pictures to the correct words from the word bank. Take a few minutes and I'll be back. Welcome back. What did you write in your answers? Let's check. Number 1, feathers, of course. Usually people have pillows with feathers, coats with feathers. I have a coat with feathers. It's called a down coat. Number 2, pillow. Here in the picture you have a pink pillow with stars on it. Number 3, filling. With the jug, I fill the cup. And 4, a hole. The squirrel, he dug a hole and he goes to sleep there at night. While reading the story that we will read soon, I would like you to think about these 2 questions. Number 1, what was Nick's first job supposed to be? Nick, there is a typo here. Nick is supposed to be with a capital N. What was Nick's first job supposed to be? Number 2, what was Nick's second job supposed to be? Also here, the word Nick, of course, is a name. It's supposed to be with a capital N. So what was Nick's first job supposed to be? And what was Nick's second job supposed to be? Think about these 2 questions while we read this story. What's the name of the book? The book is called Nick's New Job. And the book was written by Mel Rosenberg. Mel Rosenberg is a professor. And the illustrations were done by Irena Brodesky. Mel Rosenberg and I have the same last name. That's funny. We're not family, we're not related, but it's a funny fact. So Nick's New Job. And this is brought to you courtesy of ourbooks.com. Let's begin. Nick arrived home one day with the widest smile you've ever seen. Like that, very, very wide smile. I got the job at the Holy Molar Company, he proclaimed to his wife. I am going to be in charge of filling the toothpaste tube, filling it, putting the stuff inside the toothpaste tubes. I start on Monday. This is what Nick told his wife. That night, Nick couldn't sleep at all. He pictured himself wearing a brand new lab coat, like a doctor, but he thought of himself working in a lab coat, a white coat. This is him in the mirror. He would get just the right amount of toothpaste into each and every tube. This is a tube. But how? He squeezed the paste out of one tube. He tried to push it back in, He tried and tried and tried, but the toothpaste stayed outside. He tried a spoon. With a spoon he tried. He tried a straw. This is a straw. A hammer. A saw. Blowing. Blowing. Pushing. Filling. Drilling. He tried and tried and tried, but the toothpaste stayed outside. I know, said Nick. I need to practice first with bigger holes. Nick raced to the store to buy more toothpaste. Back home, Nick filled a shoe. He took a shoe and the toothpaste and he filled it. And then he filled two shoes. And then he ran back to the store to buy even more toothpaste. Nick filled the sink, the chimney, and all the pots and pans. Everything was full of toothpaste. He was ready. On Monday, Nick smiled as he walked to the office. May I begin right away? He asked. So sorry, said the boss. Someone has been buying all our toothpaste. We have run out of toothpaste and tubes. We have run out of paste and tubes. Please come back in a month or 2 or 3. Nick's grin, his smile, suddenly disappeared. But when he came home the next day, his smile was wider than ever. You won't believe my luck, he told his wife. On Monday, I start a new job at the Willow Pillow Company. Let me guess. You'll be putting all the feathers into every single pillow. Nick nodded. How did you know? I just knew, she smiled. But this time, please don't try it in the house. The end. I would like you to answer the questions I've asked you before the story now in your notebook. Question number 1. What was Nick's first job supposed to be? Of course, Nick is with a capital N because it's a name. What was Nick's first job supposed to be? Number 2, what was Nick's second job supposed to be? I'll be back soon. Welcome back. What did you write? What was Nick's first job supposed to be? Of course, at the Holy Molar Company, he was supposed to fill all the toothpaste tubes, to fill them inside, to put the paste inside. What was Nick's second job supposed to be? At the Willow Pillow Company, he was supposed to fill the pillows with feathers. Let us look at the two company names. Why did the author, Professor Mel Rosenberg, why did he choose these names? The first company, the toothpaste company in the story, is called Holy Molar Company. And the second company is called Willow Pillow Company. Let's look at those names. Why do you think the author chose those? I'll tell you. Holy Molar, it's a funny joke that Mel Rosenberg, the author, is trying to tell us. It's a joke. Holy moly is a saying when something happens, you say, oh no, holy moly, oh my God, something like that. And the molar teeth are shinei bina in Hebrew. So the author is playing with the words. Holy Molar Company comes from the expression holy moly, oh my God, and the word molar, two molars teeth are shinei bina. So the author is playing, it's like a joke for us. Holy Molar Company. Now, the Willow Pillow Company comes from, this is in the picture here, it's a willow tree. And it's also playing with words. So the author is playing with words with us. Willow pillow. It sounds like the weeping willow in the picture is a type of a tree. So the weeping willow, willow pillow. It's also the author is making fun of these words. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story, I think, actually, it's a literature piece, so we don't have one moral of the story. You can have several. Nothing is, in literature, there's no correct answer. You can, if you base your answer on something, you can always say, maybe I thought of a different moral of the story. But what I thought is, always look at the bright side of life. Do you know the song? Always look at the bright side of life. It's a song. You can Google it. So I think this is the moral of the story, that even though Mel Rosenberg wrote that Nick was supposed to start a job and he ended up not having his job, his wife still, he came home with a smile and his wife was joking with him. She told him a joke about his second job. So always look at the bright side of life. Always look at things with a positive eye. His wife, Nick and his wife, they both had a smile on their face, even though Nick maybe didn't have a job for a short time. So this is what I think the moral of the story is. Always look at the bright side of life. I would like you now to pick one of the two companies in the story, Holy Molar Company or Willow Pillow Company. Try to draw them and write 2 sentences about them using the words, the new vocabulary words from today. I'll be back soon. Hi again. Did you pick one of these two companies, Holy Molar Company or the Willow Pillow Company? Did you manage to draw them? I hope you wrote 2 interesting sentences about these companies. I'll see you soon. Hi again. I have a surprise for you. During the break, my photographer here, her name is Tom, and she told me that I want to show you. We talked about the moral of the story during the break, and Tom said she thinks that practice is very good. You need to practice your piano, practice your English, practice your math, but too much practice is not so good. Maybe this is the moral of the story. That Nick, he practiced pushing and pushing the toothpaste back into the tube, and he tried different ways. He tried with a straw, he tried with a spoon, with a hammer, but he practiced so much that it didn't work. So maybe that's the moral of the story. You should practice, but don't overdo it. Now, I have another surprise for you. Tom, during the break, this is what she drew. The willow and the pillow. The willow tree is filling the pillow. Very beautiful picture here. Thank you, Tom. And this is how she drew the willow pillow company. The willow tree, the leaves, filling in the pillow. Now, we are at the end of the lesson. I hope you can now read, write, and say new words and expressions in English. I hope you have enjoyed the story, and I hope you have reflected, thought about the moral of the story. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Rifka Rosenberg, and I hope to see you soon.